I'm going to show you how to take these uninspiring pages and turn them into something like this, where you'll be motivated and inspired to use your traveler's notebook every single day. So, before we get started, I always like to ask that if you do like videos like this, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share it out with your community, and I would love to know, do you decorate your traveler's notebook inserts ahead of time so that you can just dig right in when the time comes? So the first thing that we're going to do is to make the insert itself. Now you can go out and purchase them, but of course they are super simple, and I'll tell you, it probably took me about 5 minutes to make the insert. I did use 32-pound paper, and you can use whatever type of paper you have on hand, or you can go out and buy a heavier weight paper if you're going to be using some mixed media. So what I did was I took some full sheets of paper and I cut them down and folded them, and now I'm stapling them with a long reach stapler. If you are doing your own inserts, this is a must-have, and I'll have a link down in the description below. So now I'm using kind of a builder square, and I just happen to have this on hand because I'm handy like that, and I'm making sure that I cut this down. Now I did cut the inserts down to a standard size traveler's notebook insert. So this is 4.25 by 8.25, and these fit into my book perfectly. Of course, you can adjust the size any kind of way that you want. That's the beauty of making your inserts yourself, is that you can make them any size you want and you can decorate them any way you want as well. So the first page, I went very simple and I just put that black and white washi on, and you'll see that I'm going to be using lots of different media here because I have lots of scraps and leftovers of things, and also I have lots of washi tape that I haven't used, so I decided that this would be the perfect time to use this. So this is a bit of an eclectic type of put together, but at the same time you don't have to be themey when it comes to decorating your pages. You just want them to be beautiful and inspire you so that you'll be able to start writing in your inserts. Now also, I'm really not an artsy kind of person. Well, let me just put it this way. I don't know how to draw a stick figure, so I decided to pull out my ink pad and also some clear stamps, and then I tried to do a little bit of drawing. As you can see here, it worked out okay because the stamps came to the rescue, thank goodness. Also, it doesn't make me crazy if the stamps don't come out super dark. I kind of like the mix of things light and dark, and plus I'll probably go back in and I'll use some watercolors or some pencils as well to finish off the pages. Now I'm using a hole punch, and this one is actually a hexagon, and when I first bought that hexagon I was thinking these hexagons are too small, with like a bigger one, but I found that in this particular instance the hexagons were like the perfect size to use within the traveler's notebook, because let's face it, you don't want to fill up too much space with decorations because you need some space to write, and me, I can go overboard really quickly, so I had to be careful about that. I did use this wonderful stamp with this lady's dress. I guess it's a dressmaker's type of thingy, and I haven't used that stamp before, and I really thought it came out really beautiful in this layout. And then you can see I'm using some washi. So again, you can mix the different media. So we have washi, we have a stamp, we have some cardstock, and I was able to use some of my hole punches that I haven't been using in the past. So this is like a really great way to do that. Now I will say that it did take me some time to go through all these pages because I used 10 sheets of paper, that made 40 pages in this traveler's notebook. So just to be cognizant of that when you're making your own inserts, how many pages you want it to have. Now for me, it's perfect. Now, as far as decorating things ahead of time, it took me a little while to decorate everything because you want to have purpose, but at the same time, you don't want to get stuck in the decorating process. So I tried not to think too deeply into things, and I really just pulled things out and went to town, and that really worked for me. I also didn't give too much thought into the techniques that I was using. Things just kind of worked out, just like this washi tape did. I didn't want to waste that other piece that I cut off, and I used it on the other side, and it made a perfect pattern. Then I brought some different stamps out again, and I have used these in the past, but I wanted to use them here, and it kind of has like that circle-y type of pattern to it. And again, I'm going to go in with some more of my washi's because I probably could just only use washi's in this insert because I have so many, and I just love the fact that I was able to really get use of a lot of the washi's that I haven't been able to use in the past. Now I love this flag technique, and I've been watching lots of YouTube videos because if you guys follow my channel, you know that I am a YouTube watcher, and so I've got some ideas from some other YouTubers as well. And I love the flags, and I'll probably be using those in my planners as well. Another thing I like about this not being themey is that I was really able to just make every page unique. There is no page that is the same. Now you may see some washi that might be the same on some of the pages, but it's used so differently that all the pages are extremely unique, and I really love that. Now this technique, I used a scallop punch, and what I did was I didn't punch the whole paper because I wanted to have like a really straight line to put the edges down. Now this page, it really came out as a happy mistake because I forgot to turn this page upside down, and actually what happened was the decorations, they're kind of flip-flopped instead of as you can see, I'm putting the scallops on the bottom when I meant to put them on the top. But it didn't bother me at all. I decided to make this my upside down page because you know what? There are no mistakes in crafting. Again, you'll see I'm using a different adhesive. Here I'm using the glue stick. So I've used like the glue stick, I used the tape runner, and I also just, whatever I had to stick things down, that's what I had. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have everything that you see here, just use what you have, people. Use what you have. Now I brought in some stamps on this again because me being me, I didn't feel like it was enough. I felt like this page was still needing a piece de resistance, and the stamps did the trick. Now I'm using some cardstock because maybe you only have some cardstock. You might not have stamps. You may not even have washi, but maybe you have some cardstock. You could even use newspaper, or you can use like magazines. So whatever you have, you can use to kind of pre-decorate things in advance, because I found that I kind of get stuck in the journaling process when I just have that clean piece of paper. I'm just not digging a clean piece of paper. I'm a decorator. Some people feel like the decoration is a hindrance, and you know what? It's like whatever works for you, that's what you should do. But for me, I really love the decorated pages. I definitely used every opportunity that I had to actually use my washi. Can you tell, folks? Can you tell? And I resisted the urge again to put too much down. I didn't want to do that. Now, I had these stickers. I can't tell you how long. It's been years I've had these stickers for, and I actually found them in a store called Old Time Pottery, which is not a paper crafting store by any means. But sometimes when you see things, you just pick them up. And so I picked these up with intentions of using them in my planner, and I just never did. But I'm glad I'm getting the chance to use them this way now. So I would love to know in the comments below, do you like decorating ahead of time? Do you even like to decorate in your traveler's notebooks? Do you make your own? I know that's a lot of questions. I just love talking to people in the comments. So let me know how you feel about all these questions in the comments. So again, there's going to be a part 2 to this, so you can click the button at the end to get to part 2. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already so that you can see the rest of the decor. So with that, I am going to say love, peace, and hair grease. From your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie, have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.